Known as the #1 hero Lemillion, the man who single-handedly defeated all of Class 1A in a matter of 5 seconds and stood toe-to-toe with the villain known as Overhaul. Today, we will analyze Mirio Togata. In the most recent anime episodes, we were introduced to a new student in UA High called Mirio Togata. A lot of people had questions about who this gorgeous man who looks just like Lucas from Earthbound, so I decided I, King Zezeze, would share his name with the masses. To start things off, Mirio Togata has the hero name of Lemillion, probably because, like what he did with Class 1A, he could defeat you 1,000,000 times over without you even knowing what hit you. The third year is fairly large and definitely well-built person, standing at 5 feet 11 inches and sporting a costume with the number 1,000,000 across its chest plate. I can't help but notice the similarities between his appearance and All Might's, but I'm sure that is no accident. I mean, just looking at young All Might makes me think of Mirio. According to the My Hero Academia wiki, we can get a good look at just how strong Mirio actually is. His attack potency is said to be building plus, which I disagree with because I think he could destroy much more than just that. His speed is said to be supersonic, which once again I disagree with because once I get to talking about his quirk momentarily, he can basically teleport. Alright, his physical strength is also very strong, seeing as he was able to get this, inflict damage on a villain, unlike a few other heroes in the series. All Might and Izuku. Which makes me question why Izuku received One for All and not Mirio. Yeah, Mirio was a candidate for One for All, and yes, All Might really did screw up there. But enough of that. Why don't we get to Mirio's ultra powerful quirk, Permeation. This quirk basically gives him the powers of Danny Phantom minus the ghost shit, alright? Basically, seriously, like, his quirk is pretty freaking cool. He can phase through any object, but at the cost of all his senses, because the only feeling he feels when he permeates is the feeling of falling, which sounds dreadful and scary. I am terribly afraid of heights, ugh. And when he turns off his quirk, when his body is fully permeated in something, he basically shoots or teleports out of that thing like freaking wall hacks. So yes, Mirio is a cheat code. But with no senses, you would think that this would make him completely useless, but he has trained harder than any other hero to master his quirk, including Izuku mastering One for All. And that makes him a great hero. But this training worked out, and he was actually predicted to be the #1 hero when he left UA, despite being in high school. And yes, that means he's better than Endeavor and everybody else below him. His quirk also comes with a few special signature moves, like Blinder Touch, Eyeball Crush, and killer move, Phantom Menace. But my personal favorite has to do with the fact that he can phase through people, making him the ultimate penetration machine. It is also fair to mention that our lovely penetrator over here has become one of the only males in anime history that gets naked to use his quirk. You see, everyone, this is progression. But with a costume made out of his own hair essence, he doesn't get naked often. But it's not like this overpowered hero is a total dick like Bakugo, or reserved like Todoroki. Mirio is his own, and he's fairly quirky, yes, pun intended, with a huge motivation for justice and hard work, just like All Might. Mirio truly is the hero we all wanted and needed, until an unfortunate turn of events took everything away from this hero.
From this point on, there will be spoilers unless you read the manga. You have been warned.
Whoa, okay, let me bring this back a little bit and talk about some of Mirio's accomplishment. In this next episode of Boku no Hero, Mirio will defeat Class A in 5 seconds with ease, but he will also go on to help in the raiding of the Shi Hasake, who are a group of villains consisting of the 8 Precepts of Death and their leader Overhaul during the internship arc. During this raid, Mirio is running after the leader of the Shi Hasake Overhaul, who has possession of Eri, who is a young girl / basically ammo box for quirk-killing bullets. Mirio easily defeats 2 of the 8 Precepts of Death by permeating and punching and kicking these 2 monstrously strong villains to hell, okay? Then catches up with Overhaul, and one of my favorite fights in Boku no Hero begins. Basically, Mirio gets a hold of Eri, and he's dodging and permeating through all of Overhaul's attacks while keeping her safe, but Overhaul has an ultimate trump card. He has those bullets made from Eri that once again can erase a person's quirk, But that also makes me wonder why every villain in Boku no Hero doesn't have a gun. I mean, not counting Mustard, but that's besides the point. But in trying to stop a bullet from hitting and potentially killing Eri, Mirio holds his promise to not let Eri be hurt and takes the bullet, which causes him to lose his quirk. Yes, one of my favorite characters just lost his quirk to save some girl I barely care about. But yes, he dedicated his life to this quirk and he lost it. But in doing so, he entered what I like to call badass mode. You see, Mirio is not done there. He continues to fight quirkless and proves to everyone he doesn't even need a quirk to be a badass. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he freaking breaks Overhaul's arm without even using his quirk. But to conclude, he held Overhaul for around 5 minutes until Izuku arrives to save the day because protagonists need to be the one to save the day. And that's honestly it for now. I would love to see more of Mirio and his quirk getting back to him, and there are many plausible ways he could do so, but he really gave this show a feeling of everything is on the line and bad things can happen to good people. But more so, he showed me personally that with enough hard work, anything is possible. And even with the odds being taken from him, and the odds of him winning dropping to 0, he shows that giving 1,000,000%, anyone can succeed. But that concludes this video, and if you want to see another video, maybe on Overhaul or any other anime video in my hat of videos, please consider subscribing for weekly content. But with that being said, I am King Zezeze, and I look forward to see where this channel will go, my Waddle Z's.